Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope everybody's day is going great. We got a really fun video today. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're starting off with Dafran. Is he going to join the league? He said he might. He would be really interested in joining a sister team. Sabiobi also gave his opinion on Dafran too. He thinks he's a really good player, so you never know. Maybe Dafran will join the league. We'll get more into that. Then second, we're going to be talking about Pine. So yesterday when I made my video about the best players on every single hero in Overwatch League, a lot of you guys were really upset that I didn't say Pine was the best Widowmaker or really even mention him. Well, there is a reason for that, and I'm going to explain in this video why Pine is not the best Widowmaker and why he shouldn't be considered as top 3 either. Then after that, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Contenders. Yesterday was the Korean Contenders Finals. It was interesting, and speaking of Pine, he was actually there. We'll talk about that match, and then today we got more Contenders North American and European matches going on. We're going to talk a little bit about all of those, so stay tuned for the end of the video. If you guys are new here, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I upload Overwatch League related content every single day, so you'll never miss out. Also, I'm live on Twitch right now, so if you guys want to come hang out, talk about any of these topics or anything else Overwatch League related, feel free to come on and join. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and hop into this video now. So starting off with Dafran, yesterday a few things happened. First, on Sabiobi's stream, his chat kept trying to convince him, hey, what about Dafran? Do you think he's a really good player? They were just asking about a lot of North American players in general, and Sabiobi, he gave this response about Dafran.
Who's best in Overwatch? Think so. Dafran is a really good DPS player. He's on Selfless, right? But he threw the matches. I saw that. That's really bad, but he's really good. I mean, he's really good. He has really good aim, good brain, good positions, everything good. But you know, he's not for gamer anymore. And his throw on the match. 같은 팀에 대한 얘기가 아니지.
So it seems like Sabiobi knows a lot about Dafran's past, unfortunately. And I think we all know at this point, Koreans, they take throwing, boosting, pretty much any offense very seriously. So the fact that Sabiobi is still willing to say he's a really good player, he's got great aim, great positioning, good movement, all that stuff, that says a lot. It really does, because most Korean players would probably say, oh, he's a thrower, he's a piece of crap, yeah. He boosted, he's never going to play in the league, he's not good enough. Just a bunch of bad things because of what he's done in the past. And then just, stop talking about him there. So Sabiobi giving 100% his honest opinion. I really like that. It pretty much just shows how good Dafran actually is. These players are willing to still talk good about him despite the things he's done in his past. The guy's a great player. Dafran's amazing. We all know that. We see the Reddit clips pretty much every single day from his stream. The guy's a god. And now let's talk a little bit more about Dafran and what he said on his stream. Is he going to be joining the Overwatch League? Overall, what is he thinking right now? This was actually a few days ago. I've been waiting to talk about this. I wanted to find a good spot, a good video, and it seems like now that Sabiobi was talking about him, it's a good spot. So let's go ahead and roll that clip of Dafran talking about joining the Overwatch League potentially.
Yeah, it could be fine.
I wish I could join
Anyway,
Overwatch
Hans is
League
doing great picks, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
To be-
So
I
To
don't
be
mind
on a
if you
sister
stay,
team.
Hans, I don't mind.
You know what a sister team is? You know Overwatch League? It's like you have
Don't forget the
NYXL
treasure,
1,
Brigitte just can
and then you
eat
have
Dafran.
NYXL
It's
sister
okay.
team, and those two practice against each other, not to reveal scrims and shit. I wish I could just be a little scrim bot, just a scrim bot. Just scrim and then go
go, man.
stream. Yeah, play on the bench. I want to play on the
Hans
bench.
is spamming there.
And then maybe if someone gets sick, then play.
I'm gonna jump on the Hans.
Wait, what am I?
So this clip tells me a few things, and it's actually really exciting. The first is that Dafran wants to join the league. He does. Simply put, he said, I would love to join the league, but I want to be like on a sister team, so I don't have to play too much. So basically he's saying I could be a sub in the league, and if somebody gets sick, I can possibly step in. And what that tells us is the second thing, he still has his competitive drive, because if he didn't have a competitive drive, he wouldn't care about playing in the league. He wouldn't want to be a scrim bot. He wouldn't want to potentially sub in. He wouldn't want to do any of that stuff. So I'm actually extremely excited to hear this. I think Dafran, there's a good chance that he could end up joining Season 2, even as a starter, because if he's feeling like this right now, let's say maybe in 5-6 months when expansion teams start coming in, one of them might contact him and be like, hey, come play for my team. You could be the star. We want to build around you. You know, we'll have psychologists, you know, people that can help you mentally just in case anything happens. And I feel like he would accept this type of offer. The only thing right now that's holding Dafran back from wanting to join the league is probably his stream and, you know, the safety net of having all this revenue that he's making right now. He's potentially scared if he joins the league, you know, his stream could fall off, he could stop getting viewers, and he honestly might not know that he's probably in a spot where it wouldn't matter if he joined the league and didn't stream as much. If he didn't like the league and left, his stream would kick right back up and he would be completely fine. He's got that many loyal fans. He's hilarious. His stream's actually that good. His gameplay is absolutely insane. So his stream would be popular no matter what. But obviously that's me looking at it from an outside perspective. I would probably be worried too and looking at it the same way as he is looking at it. But that all goes away if he gets a really good offer. And moving into season 2, I think salaries are going to go up a lot higher than what they are right now. We're looking at probably an average of 75, 70, 80K right now per player. I can see that almost doubling, and for a player like Dafran, who would be a star of a new expansion team, we're talking like 200 plus K, you know, that's a lot of money. He'll have health care, medical care, dentist care, all that good stuff, expenses paid, free living. Plus, he would be able to stream at the same time, so he would probably end up making more money than he would just being a streamer if he were to join the league with that type of offer. So that's pretty much it for Dafran. I'm still hoping that he'll join the league. You guys know me. I've been advocating for him to at least give it one try, and it seems as time goes on, Dafran misses competitive play even more and more. So I think odds are in mine and your guys' favor. If Dafran really does keep thinking like this, he will eventually join the league. I know he will. I am also an ex-pro player, and when you start thinking about wanting to play again, it really gets you, man. Competing is great. It's an amazing feeling, and I know Dafran wants it back, especially considering the way he went out, throwing, getting banned, stuff like that. That's not a good way to end a career. He wants revenge. He wants to, you know, right a wrong. So I really do think, guys, we have a good chance Dafran might join the league for Season 2. I'm hyped. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Let's go ahead and move on now and talk about Pine and his Widowmaker. Alright, so what we have here is the Winston's Lab Overwatch League statistics for Widowmaker throughout the entire season. I set it to 2,333 seconds, that's 38 minutes, and here are the actual stats. So looking at the time played, Linkser, he has the most time played. After him, we have Carpe. And high up there is Pine. There he is. He's sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is 7th overall in most played time on Widowmaker. That's a lot. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these statistics. Let's first start off with percentage of teams kills. So Munchkin, Saya player, Undead, Logix, Carpe, Fleta, AKM. That's actually surprising. Linkser, EQO, Effect 1. I mean, that's probably because nobody on his team can kill stuff. Now, this stat is a little iffy, right? You know, it depends on how good is your teammates. You know, do they get a lot of kills? So you can't really discredit Pine for being really low. Obviously, Sabiobi, he's going to be getting a lot of kills. Mako, Mano, they're going to get kills. Well, let's look at this now. Percentage of teams' deaths. Pine dies the most by far out of any other Widowmaker in the league. Over 3% more than Soon, who is in second place. That's a lot of deaths, guys. Well, you could make the excuse and say the enemy team, they dive Pine a lot. They want him dead because he's so good. Sure, that could work in your favor. But overall, this is a lot of deaths. Every Widowmaker gets dove in the league. And the fact that Carpe, all the way down here, you're telling me that people don't dive Carpe, 8 hours played total, and he only dies 16.9% of the deaths for his team. Come on. This also has a lot to do with the Widowmaker 1v1 duels. If you lose a lot of Widowmaker 1v1 duels, you're going to die a lot. So that's my point there. You look at the rest of the statistics, he's near like the middle-ish, top-ish. Not the best, not the worst. He's just like in the middle-ish of pretty much everything. Bottom half of most deaths again. His KD, it's average. Not one of the best, not one of the worst. He's just sitting in the middle. Now you look at players like Fleta, Carpe, they're near the top of the standings in all of these. They have one of the highest KDs. They have one of the lowest participations of team deaths. Carpe and Fleta, both at the bottom there. Libro's not really on here. The reason why is because he doesn't have a lot of hours on Widowmaker. The main reason I mentioned him yesterday was because of that incredible performance against Carpe in the finals of Stage 2. Without that, I wouldn't have put Libro up there. I just felt it was necessary because it was so unbelievable. That is one of the greatest things to happen in Overwatch League so far, in my opinion. And that video was based off of throughout the season. Not just one stage, not just 2 stages, the entire season. Who has been the most consistent and best performers? It's Fleta and Carpe. That's why I was going back and forth between those two and really wanted to pick one of them. At the end of the day, I was never going to pick Libero. I said that in the video. And if you want to look at it another way, and let's just compare stage 3 then. Here, I have the stage 3 stats for Widowmaker. Let's put it in time. Most time played, it goes to Surefour. Pine again is pretty high up there. But let's look at participation of team kills again. We have Fleta really high up there, Saya player, AKM again, Carpe's up there. Pine in the bottom half. Moving on to participation of team deaths. Again, Pine dies more than anybody else in the entire league on Widowmaker, right? Now let's look at kills per 10 minutes. Pine, he's up there. It's one of his better stats. Deaths. Pine's up there. He dies a lot. KD. He's got an alright KD in the middle again. Nothing spectacular. As you can see, Carpe and Fleta are in the higher end of the stats most of the time. So it's pretty easy to argue from these stats that Pine is clearly not a top 2 or even top 3 Widowmaker in the league. Sure, he makes really flashy plays sometimes and hits amazing shots, but when it comes down to it, he dies a lot in 1v1 Widowmaker duels, and throughout the season, he has clearly not been one of the best consistent Widowmakers. Let's go ahead and take a look at this graph now. This is made by Zeftorius. He collects a lot of nice stats from Winston's lab, he compresses them and puts them in a really good format, and he puts them on Reddit. So shout out to Zeftorius. This is best counter snipers in the Overwatch League. So this is Final Blows / Death KD in Widow vs Widowmaker. Looking at Birdring here, he had the best stage 1 performance on Widowmaker versus other Widowmakers, as well as Fleta sitting behind him and Carpe behind him. This is a big reason during stage 1 I was saying Birdring was the best Widowmaker in the league. I said it multiple times, I was consistent about it. Then we got to stage 2, and look at this, Libero, absolutely insane performance. Not a lot of hours on it because that was mainly in the finals against this man, Carpe, who you can see Carpe consistently in the top half of this. Pine, sitting in the bottom of stage 1. Decent, but not the best, even under Sabiolbi. Then looking at stage 2, Birdring. He had a horrible performance, and that's when I stopped calling him the number 1 Widowmaker, and I started giving it to Carpe, because he had really 2 good stages in a row. Fleta, obviously, he dropped off hard from stage 1 to stage 2 as well, and that's why I didn't say Fleta was the number 1 Widowmaker during stage 2 as well. Then we get to stage 3, and there's Fleta. Absolutely incredible performance. Reason I didn't mention Saya player too much is because he only played in stage 3 so far, while most of these players have been playing throughout the entire season. And then we have Pine. He's sitting in number 3, close to Surefour, close to Linkser. It's not super high. He doesn't really beat Carpe in stage 2. He doesn't beat Carpe in stage 1. He only beats Carpe in stage 3. Doesn't come close to Fleta. And honestly, kind of seeing Fleta's stats now makes me kind of wish I put him at number 1. But still, it's the same thing. Fleta, Carpe, they are the top 2 Widowmakers. It's a really hard decision. But damn, Fleta, stage 3, that is a performance right there. Seriously, one of the... What the hell? 3.67. Like double the highest from stage 1 or stage 2. Oh, what an animal. Fleta doing so good. If he didn't have that drop off in stage 2 where he just looked like he wasn't playing good at all, not even just on Widowmaker, he didn't do anything on Genji, he wasn't doing anything in general. So if it wasn't for that, he would be the number 1 Widowmaker hands down. I went with Carpe for the consistency, and he shows up in the big matches every time. And these are the reasons why I don't think Pine is the best Widowmaker in the league. He dies a lot in Widow 1v1s, he's not the best at it. Sure, he's had a better performance in stage 3, but it's nothing above incredible. He still dies a ton. And yeah, you can make excuses for him dying, you can look at some of these stats and bring up things, but overall, this is just proof. He is not the number 1 Widowmaker in the league. Now, if we're talking about maybe the flashiest Widowmaker in the league, he would be up there. He would be competing with Fleta because Pine does hit some really dirty shots and he gets some really good chain shots going on where he get like triple, quadra kills and it just looks super sick. And I think that's why a lot of you guys might think he is the number 1 Widowmaker in the league. But if you just look at raw skill, raw performance, who gets the most kills, who dies the least and has the most impact for their team, it's not Pine. It isn't. And I rest my case now. Whether you guys agree or disagree, that's up to you. Let me know down below. And let's move on to the last topic, which is the Contenders Matches. Starting off with the Korean Contenders match from last night, Pine did make an appearance there. That's really cool. He flew all the way to Korea to watch him live. That's awesome. Unfortunately for him, the games weren't that great. X6 Gaming absolutely dominated O2 Ardian. It was not even close. It was a 4-0. Every map was just a stomp. Like, honestly, there's not much to talk about here, rather than X6 Gaming just dominating the entire season, taking first place for the first season of Contenders Korea. Congrats to them. Now moving on to some of the North American Contenders action. Now this was close, guys. Envision versus Toronto Esports today was one of the best sets I've seen in a very long time. It was a nail biter, back and forth. The score line was 3-1, but we played 5 maps. There was a draw on Horizon Lunar Colony. I mean, literally, guys, every map went down to the last team fight. It was incredible. Nero and Dalton played amazing for Toronto. Buds and Jaru were playing like gods for Envision. It was such a good set. Go back and watch that one, guys. And right now, Fusion University and Optic Academy are live. This is also a really close set. Fusion is up 2-1 right now. They won Elios, then they lost Hollywood, and then they won Horizon Lunar Colony. Go check it out, guys. It actually might be over by the time this video is up. I think Fusion is probably going to win this, and we'll see Toronto versus Philadelphia Fusion University in the finals. That'll be a really good match. Probably the best of the entire season. These are also the 2 teams I predicted at the very beginning of the season that would be here. And I still do think Philadelphia Fusion will take it at the end of the day. Alarm, Who Are You? They're just amazing at LAN. These guys are playing so good. Check out Contenders, guys. These games are really good. You don't want to miss out on them. There's no Overwatch League going on this week. So if you ain't got nothing to do and you want to watch some Overwatch, that's what you should do, 100%. And now let's move on to the European Contenders games. And to be honest, guys, I'm not going to lie, I haven't really been following European Contenders at all the entire season. I do know Team Giganti is at LAN, and they surprised a lot of people in the regular playoffs. They ended up beating the Angry Titans earlier today, 3-0, so they're on into the finals. They'll be taking on the British Hurricane in the grand finals, who just got done beating CIS Hope. Again, I don't really follow the scene. I know British Hurricane, one of the favorites. Team Giganti, probably one of the favorites. They all have veterans, top players. So it's going to be an epic finals. I'll probably make sure I watch this one. I know Davin is on Giganti, and he had an amazing performance the last time he was at LAN, so I have a feeling Giganti is going to pick this one up. That's my blind prediction going into it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Be sure if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I upload content every single day. And come check out my stream, guys. I'm live right now if you want to talk about any of this stuff or anything Overwatch League related. And I'll catch you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.